Hello, my name is James Hall. In this video, we'll discuss the history of Edgefield District during the late 1790s to the 1800s. Edgefield District was considered the edge of South Carolina, but it also fostered the upbringing of numerous military and political figures that would, in time, tear the country apart. Family names like Bonham, Brooks, Longstreet, and Pickens would become known throughout time and space. In 1791, the village of Edgefield became the district seat just 2 years before Eli Whitney's cotton gin was invented, which changed the political landscape of America forever. We will first discuss Preston Brooks. Preston was born in 1819 and was a combat veteran of the Mexican War before being elected to represent the state of South Carolina in the United States Congress. Preston also dealt with many unfortunate circumstances that included losing his brother during the war. In May 1856, Preston received national attention when he attacked Senator Charles Sumner after a speech about the Kansas-Nebraska Act. The attack was in retaliation for Sumner verbally attacking South Carolina Representative Andrew P. Butler, a distant relative of Preston, who was not present during the speech. In defense of Butler's honor, Preston delivered numerous head and body injuries from Preston's cane that led to Sumner's extensive medical recovery. After Brooks resigned from Congress and paid a fine of $300, he was elected back to Congress, where he died in Washington on January 27, 1857. Andrew P. Butler died 4 months later on May 25, 1857. Both men were laid to rest approximately 100 feet from one another in the Edgefield Village Cemetery. As a result of Preston's assault on Sumner, the United States continued to be divided over the issue of slavery, both North and South. While South Carolina continued to defend the issue of slavery, another well-known Confederate general was born in Edgefield in 1821. James Longstreet spent most of his youth between Edgefield, South Carolina, and Augusta, Georgia, where his uncle, Augustus B. Longstreet, had a plantation. Augustus eventually became the president of a well-known college and university, later known as the University of South Carolina. Finally, we will end with a former South Carolina governor. Francis Wilkinson Pickens was born on April 7, 1807. Pickens came from a long line of military service. His grandfather, General Andrew Pickens, was an American Revolutionary soldier who commanded American forces during the Battle of Cowpens, a significant American victory in 1781. Francis was a career politician who was a devoted member of the planter class and a staunch supporter of states' rights and nullification. By the time Francis was 50, he had already been married twice. His first wife, Maria, died in 1842. His second wife, Marion, died in 1853. 3 years later, Francis supported Democratic nominee for president, James Buchanan. After Buchanan's election, Pickens was selected to become the minister to Russia and married his third wife, Lucy Holcomb of Texas. In 1858, Francis was 53 and Lucy was 26. While the couple was in Russia, they had a daughter, Frances, often known as Dushka. He was born in St. Petersburg, Russia, on March 14, 1859. In 1860, the family returned to South Carolina, and Francis was elected governor of South Carolina. When the Pickens family was counted during the 1860 census on September 24th, 1860, Francis had a value of $45,400 in real estate and $244,000 in 206 in personal estate. Among the personal estate, Francis owned 82 enslaved men, women, and children. While Governor Pickens faced many political challenges during his governorship, from South Carolina declaring secession from the United States on December 20th, 1860, while his friend President Buchanan was still in office, to the opening of the Civil War on April 12th, 1861 in Charleston Harbor. He also faced the challenges of arming and supplying South Carolina troops during the first 2 years of the war. With his political future in jeopardy, the South Carolina legislature formed an executive committee with oversight from the officers of the Secession Convention that oversaw the functions of the governor's office until he left in 1862. After Governor Pickens left office in 1862, the family moved to their plantation Edgewood in Edgefield, South Carolina. Lucy also did her part for the Confederacy by putting her image on Confederate currency and was an outspoken believer in the Confederate government. On February 8th, 1864, Francis gifted 11 enslaved women, men, and children to his wife, but the family faced financial ruin after the war. Francis died at his home on January 25th, 1869. During the 1870s, Dushka became an influential member of the South Carolina Reconstruction politics, aligning herself with the Red Shirt movement, who tried to make South Carolina's society the same as it was before the Civil War. So in conclusion, the Edgefield District has played a pivotal role in South Carolina history. From the struggle for Texas independence by James Bonham and Barrett Travis, who were both born in Edgefield District in South Carolina, to the dark and troubled waters of the Civil War. Edgefield has embraced the history and culture of today. Thank you for watching.